Well, good morning again from Wyoming. We're going to start laying out one of our top plates. We're going to use the directions that are made up on my plans. And we start by measuring from one end and making marks all the way down. Where my posts are going to be, where my braces and the mortises for those are going to be, and the housings. And we work our way down the top plate according to the measurements. I won't bore you with the measurements, but that's what we do. Then once we've made marks, then we can use the tri-square and get them laid out across, because I'm not making any actual cuts on the top. I'm not making lines all the way across. Then I can use my tri-square and transfer those marks down both sides. This corner here is my RS. So this is my adjacent face, this is my main face. This is also the top of the top plate. This will be my spline joint. The overlay is 18 inches, which is 3 times the thickness of my beam. I will have a mortise on this end that's 6 inches long, 3 inches deep, and I will have a tenon on this end. Go ahead and use your framing square to lay out the actual lines. Since it's 2 inches wide, and I had measured in 2 inches from the edge, so I mark it that this is going to come out. Measure in 2 inches. Then I can lay my framing square and mark where those cuts are going to be. Then I put an X on the stuff that I'm going to take out. Now the next thing I can do is I can start laying this out. And the last thing I'm going to do is lay out where my post is going to be. We already got the two long ends. Measure in 2 inches. Because I'm going to cut a mortise here so that the tenon for the post can come up through it. Okay, now I have it totally flipped over and transferred my marks for where the post is going to be, where I'm going to cut the end of it off, and where my mortise will be for the tenon on the post, and where for the housings for the braces. So I'm just going to transfer those lines across and start laying things out. Because it's going to be in the center. Come in 2 inches. Mark a line. Come in 2 more inches. Mark another line. Tenon. This comes out. That. This comes out. That comes out. Mortise. Now, laying out the housing for the brace, 1.5 inches. So I used the smaller leg. Mark. And mark. Again, we're going to lay out some more mortises. 1.5 inches in from my adjacent face. And 1.5 inches wide. And the housing itself is 4 inches wide. Because my braces are 4 inches wide. And then I go ahead and mark what it is so that if I have a brain fart later on, I know what I'm doing there. And now we're going to lay out where the final post goes. Again, we've got the marks on both sides. So we can use the speed square. Again, you want to keep sharp lines, so quite frequently you need to sharpen your pencil. Two inches in. It's going to be fun cutting this one because it's right in the middle of a knot. Another 2 inches. This is the mortise for the post, the end post. Well, good morning again. One of the few times that I'm going to get in front of the camera, but I want to give a shout out to some small channels, although they're all bigger than me. I'm just a real puny guy. Shout out to Wrenches and Boards, Fall Line Ridge, and Small Workshop Guy. Now I've looked at Fall Line Ridge quite a few times, and he's got some really good content on sawmilling. Small Workshop Guy, the bench that he was building looks really intriguing, and Wrenches and Boards always has good content. So make sure that you support these guys. Look at what they're showing you, because it's all going to be good, important stuff. We're making progress on my small timber frame shed for my sawmill. I'm hoping to get the first bent assembled perhaps tomorrow. Just like most of the country, winter has not gone away. I think it's day 97 of January, even though it's the 18th of April here. This morning it was down in the 20s, and we got 3 inches of snow yesterday. Fortunately, it didn't stick to the roads, but it covered everything else. So, have a good day, and we'll see you on the next side. Thank you.